After decades of silence and mystery, officials announced today that they've identified 3 murder victims found in metal barrels in the woods of Allenstown and linked them to the man they describe as serial killer Terry Peter Rasmussen.
Today we've returned the identities and the dignity to Marilise Honeychurch, Marie Vaughn, and Sarah McWatters.
Authorities have named 3 of the 4 people found in those Allenstown barrels in 1985 and 2000 as a mother and her 2 children. Investigators laid out an elaborate timeline of their activities today that led to California in 1978 when they were at Honeychurch's mother's house around Thanksgiving.
An argument ensued between Marilise and her mother over a trivial matter. Marilise left that event with her children and Terry Rasmussen and was never seen by her family again.
It was 1980 that Manchester police say a woman using the name Elizabeth Evans surfaces at a residence tied to Rasmussen, who was using the alias Bob Evans at the time. Marilise Honeychurch's middle name is Elizabeth, and police wonder if she was with Rasmussen at the time and using his assumed name, but that is still unknown. Rasmussen died in prison in 2010 and has been tied to at least 5 murders and is suspected in perhaps 2 more.
Together, we've been able to uncover the identity of the Allenstown killer, a murderer who tried to erase his victims and hide in the process. He tried to hide who he was and what he did, but ultimately he wasn't successful. We know what he was, we know what he did, and now we know who his victims were.
The 4th victim found in those barrels, who's been commonly called the middle child, remains unidentified, but Rasmussen is that child's biological father. Police have not identified the mother. Reporting live in Concord, I'm Andy Hirschberger, WMUR News 9.
And it was the killing of his common-law wife, Yoon Sun-jun, that finally put Rasmussen behind bars in 2003 in California. But the cracks in this case came from a librarian who spends her personal time trying to help people learn their own stories. WMUR's Kristen Carosa is live with what that researcher said today. Kristen?
Tom, Rebecca Heath is a professional researcher and goes through missing person websites looking for matches. And that helped crack part of the Terry Rasmussen murder case. Back in 2017, she saw that Marilise Honeychurch and her daughter Sarah McWatters were missing. Heath posted a message back inquiring if they could be the victims found in Allenstown. A year later, after listening to a podcast about the investigation, she remembered a post she had seen about Sarah McWatters from 2000. Heath contacted the person who made that original post, and she spoke to relatives of Sarah. The relative identified Terry Rasmussen as the last person to have contact with Marilise and her daughter. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children were made aware, and through interviews with family, it was confirmed that Marilise was last seen at a party with Rasmussen in November 1978.
As soon as she said that name, it was like the pit in the stomach, and you knew it was more than a coincidence.
Now, investigators are stressing the importance of people in the public like Rebecca, keeping their eyes open to information they come across, because you never know what could be uncovered. Live in the newsroom, Kristen Carosa, WMUR News 9.